All right, so I wanted to talk about this Gaza situation and what's currently going on. And man, the history books are not going to look at us favorably. They're not going to look at Israel favorably. Uh, Trump, Biden, both of you are criminals. So, but Trump's our current criminal. We'll focus on him. I wanted to show you this video from CBS, and it's in relation to Jordan and Egypt taking refugees from Palestine because Trump's big plan is that he wants to resettle Gaza. He wants to take, in his own words, all the Palestinians out, move them elsewhere, and they're not allowed to come back. Like this, wrap that around your head. Like it's just unfathomable. Anyways, not gonna bury the lead anymore here. I'm going to play this video and chime in on the parts that were just I really had to say something about.
President Donald Trump has issued a new ultimatum to Hamas. He's now calling for all remaining Israeli hostages to be released by Saturday. Here's Natalie Brand.
He's been a friend of mine for a long time.
President Trump called the King of Jordan a great partner as he presses the U.S. ally to take in Palestinians from Gaza. Jordan and Egypt had initially rejected talk of relocating people from the war-torn territory, but today King Abdullah signaled he's open to discussions.
I think the point is how do we make this work in a way that is good for everybody? Right. Obviously, we have to look at the best interests of the United States, of the people in the region, especially to my people of Jordan.
President Trump backed off his suggestion Monday that the U.S. could withhold aid if they don't cooperate.
I don't have to threaten that. I think we're above that.
As President Trump,
You already threaten that. What do you mean we're above that? Just because you take away your threat after you have a somewhat nice conversation with Jordan's President King, whatever you want to call him, doesn't mean you didn't threat that and that you're above that. You threatened him because you're a fucking big bully and you're turning our nation into just a giant hypocritical bully. Could you imagine if Mexico got, I don't know, tore up by some war, let's say fucking Brazil or some shit, just declares all-out war on Mexico and bombs them to shit, and then another country says, hey, US, you should take some Mexican refugees. Could you imagine fucking Trump's response? And just a general US response with how anti-immigration and stuff we've been. This is the guy who is mass deporting. He wants to mass deport over 11 million undocumented immigrants, and that's in their own words. Anyone who is here undocumented is a criminal. It's not just violent offenders. And he's also deporting people who came here legally, revoking their refugee status, like Haitians and Venezuelans that were here legally. And he's revoking their licenses or their temporary refugee status and pausing any further grants of refugee status, and he's kicking them all back to where they came from. But he thinks he has the right to bully Jordan and Egypt and withhold humanitarian aid from them so they can take refugees of their own. And he says they have a lot of land. We can really make something beautiful. Yeah. I want you to apply that same logic to our immigration situation and how we are treating immigrants, both legal and illegal, and refugees, both here legally and illegally. And you want to bully these fucking countries to take millions of Palestinians that you have no right to kick them from their home. Anyways, this is their land, all right? Like, does anyone else see the blatant hypocrisy here? Okay, we're not allowed to take immigrants. We can't handle them. They're destroying your country. But you want Jordan and fucking Egypt to take millions of refugees? Are you kidding me? This is unbelievable. The hypocrisy is so fucking blatant and obvious, and the fact that people are eating it up is crazy. Let's continue.
doubles down on his proposal to redevelop Gaza, he faces pushback from the region. This Palestinian man says we will stay on our rubble. We will not leave.
There are also new concerns over.
So yeah, and this isn't even mentioning that the Palestinians, they don't want to leave, okay? It's easy for you in your, in your privileged position to look at them and be like, "Oh, it sucks there. Why would you want to leave?" Well, turns out that they have a lot of historical and religious connections to that area. A lot of history there. It's their land. That land means a lot to them. So, no matter what the circumstances are, and even though they're being fucking genocided by Israel and we're supporting it, they want to stay there. Okay? I understand, like, I'd want to get the fuck out of there, but I'm not a Palestinian. I don't have a religious or historical attachment to that land. So you can't just force these people to fucking leave and then take over it. Like, fucking, we want to take over Canada, Greenland, fucking, now the Gaza Strip. What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? Wake up. This is such bullshit. You're being lied to and just blatantly taken advantage of by this administration. It's crazy. The hypocrisy is crazy.
Over the fragile ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas holding, as Hamas says it will postpone the release of the next round of Israeli hostages, accusing Israel of violating the agreement. President Trump doubled down Tuesday on his ultimatum to Hamas to release all Israeli hostages.
They either have them out by Saturday at 12 o'clock or all bets are off.
This after
Or all bets are off. All hostages have to be released by Saturday, or all bets are off. Okay, what about Palestinian hostages held in Israel? With a lot of them, there's no evidence that they are Hamas, aside from the fact that they're a military-aged man. And we have them in, Israel has them in fucking concentration camps. They're fucking sticking rods up their fucking assholes and killing them. It's crazy. Does no one realize what's happening here? Okay? Does no one fucking see? And then here we have fucking modern day Hitler.
afternoon, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said fighting will resume in Gaza unless more hostages are released by Saturday's deadline. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Fighting was always going to resume in Gaza, okay? It was, the ceasefire was always temporary. They want to get their hostages and then they want to go back to committing their genocide and leveling it. All right? It's unreal. I can't believe this. Fucking release the hostages or we're going to go back to genociding you. Even though as soon as you release all the hostages, we're going to go back to genociding you anyways. You can't make this up. Like, this is the same country, Israel, that has bombed humanitarian aid convoys, has gotten into skirmishes with fucking UN peacekeepers in fucking Lebanon, like, and people still think this is an honest actor, and they think they are purely good and can do nothing wrong. That's crazy. It's crazy. The hypocrisy here is off the charts, and we just think it's okay because we think we're the good guys. I'm not saying Hamas are the good guys, but, there's no good guys here. Israel is fucking terrible. Their actions, you can give me heat for this, have been way worse than anything Hamas has done in the past 3 years. All right? October 7th included. This is crazy. There's an October 7th that takes place like fucking 2 times a week in Gaza now. Wake up. This is ridiculous. It's a genocide. It's just a whole stunt. It's all hypocrisy. It's stupid. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next one. If you made it to this point in the video, I just want to give a special thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below. And if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I will try to reply to any and all comments that I can. Until next time, watch that video on screen.